to a new episode of NBA 2K TV. This week we catch up with 2K20 cover athlete Anthony Davis. Plus, Robby joins us to drop some MyTEAM knowledge. Then, Mike Wang has expert tips. And look out for your top plays. It's all happening now.
Welcome to NBA 2K TV. We're not able to bring you episodes from the studio. However, we're working really hard to bring you all the content that you can expect right here every single week. We have an excellent show this week for you all, so let's jump right in. Here's Alexis with NBA 2K20 cover athlete Anthony Davis.
While in his hometown of Chicago for All-Star Weekend, NBA 2K20 cover athlete Anthony Davis helped unveil the latest 2K Foundations project. 2K Foundations, Xbox, and Ruffles teamed up to renovate the Louis L. Valentine Boys and Girls Club with a refurbished court and a new game room for the Chicago community. We caught up with AD after the ceremony. 2K TV here with Anthony Davis. In your intro press conference to the Lakers, you said that you hopped right on 2K when you signed, where you got traded, and you threw a virtual lob from LeBron to yourself. I want to know, how many times do you think that happened in real life this season?
Oh, I just saw a stat the other day that like 130 or something like that, and it's more assists than he had to anybody in his career. So, we try to exploit that pick and roll game a lot, that two-man game. So the lob by itself probably, I'd say 50 times, 60 times. So it's great. It's been great.
So we have a 2K TV challenge this year, and someone has to pick a player and play all-time Anthony Davis on blacktop. So if you had to play your all-time self on blacktop, which player would you choose?
I would say probably a guard. I'm not sure who, but if you pick a guard, they kind of have me a little slow on 2K.
That's what I'm talking about.
Kenyon.
Okay. I don't think you're gonna catch it.
And so my movement, my quickness is not really as it should be. So I'll pick a guard because you probably can, beat me off the dribble. Because if it's a big, it's not going to happen.
The next question that I was going to ask you is, how's your game different in real life versus on the game? But you think your player in the game is a little bit slow.
Yeah, you got to speed it up a little bit. I don't think I'm that slow. A lot of people come to me and say, AD, man, you killing me on defense. And I look like, I'm killing you on defense? I'm like one of the best defensive players in the league. I think they do a great job overall with the players and their attributes and making sure that they're just like they play in real life.
Last question, are you the best 2K player on the Lakers?
I think I am, because I don't think if you're the cover athlete, you have to be like, I'm ready for any challenge.
Okay, awesome. Well, we will look forward to that. Thank you so much again for joining us on 2K TV.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right.
Hey, I'm Mike Wang, Gameplay Director for the NBA 2K series, and I'm back with some expert tips. A big part of basketball is simply having the right players on the floor at the right time. So this week, we're going over substitutions and matchups in NBA 2K20. When you're loading into a game, hit the start button once to access your lineup and twice to adjust your matchups. If you see that your opponent has a mismatch, you can switch it up before they get the chance to take advantage of it. If a matchup isn't going your way once you're in the game, you can do the same thing by pausing and going into game plan, then matchups. Want to substitute players without ruining the flow of the game? You can sub in players by hitting down on the D-pad and selecting which player you want taken out and who you want to replace them. The switch will happen at the next dead ball. Another valuable substitution method are the situational lineups. These lineups offer the best players at each position for the specific situation that you need. If you're up late in the game and the opponent is intentionally fouling, you'll want to run out the free throw lineup. If you desperately need a tray to stay in the game, you've got the three-point option. Or if you're getting dominated on the boards, there's a lineup to fix that too. You can access these presets by hitting down on the D-pad and using right trigger to scroll through your options. But if you want to see the players involved in each lineup, then call a timeout and use the triggers to go through them. And if you're a My League player, you have the option to customize these preset lineups. Just go into On the Fly Lineups in the Coaching tab, and you can edit any of the existing lineups or create one of your own. That's it for this week, but make sure to check back for tips on in-game adjustments.
With so many of you jumping into 2K, we've added even more events in the neighborhood, so get out there and compete.
A community challenge right here on 2K TV.
Last weekend, I was honored to be invited into a legendary AllStar Team Up with top NBA 2K influencers and streamers. It was an epic show, and if you weren't one of the nearly 1 million to watch it live, we've captured all the action.
Oh man! Let's go, baby.
Check back next week for the full story.
Come on!
What's up, everybody? It's Robby, and I've got some MyTEAM tips for you today. Let's get into some triple threats, online and offline. Which one's best for you? Well, both of them if you do them the way that you have fun. How do you have fun? Use cards that you enjoy. I can't emphasize this enough. With how short triple threat online and offline games take time-wise, it's important to enjoy yourself. That's why we all play video games. I use lineups that don't necessarily include the best players in the game at the time, but I use players that I enjoy playing with. That's what I do offline. When we're talking online, everybody's bringing their best three. So I think there's a little bit of diversity that's needed when it comes to building a successful online team. You want to have a good defender. I use guys like the Prime VIP Amethyst Evolution to Diamond, Bruce Bowen. Everybody wants to bring firepower offensively. You can change people up and mess their strategy up by having a lockdown god like Bowen on your squad. In addition, you want to make sure that you have a versatile big man. One of the player cards that I think falls under the radar sometimes as a budget card is the Rafe LaFrentz card from the Lights Out set earlier this year. He's an evolution card, and even if you don't involve him all the way, he can run the pick and pop very well offensively, still protect the paint defensively as well as rebounding, and it's just a good all-around card. In addition, while you're playing those online games, you can work on the stats required for his evolution and kind of double dip. Another tip to remember is there are no position locks in Triple Threat online and offline. I want you to use that to your advantage. In my lineup that I've given you, I have a big man and a small forward that can also guard anything on the wing. So I'm gonna pick a point guard. You guys don't necessarily have to. My Diamond Spotlight Reward, Steve Francis, is a great card. It can drive and dunk, but he also has playmaking ability. And if you get into the paint and kick it out to either a Bowen or a LaFrentz, you've got an easy cash money three-pointer if they bring the help. And don't forget the limited time events. If you see one available for Triple Threat offline or online, well, you've got a direction for that day because you can get bonuses to your MT, to your vault openings, and to your tokens, among other things. So looking for the limited time events and double dipping with the evolution cards, you can make a lot of progress in a mode in a short amount of time and earn some MT and tokens. The difference between offline and online play may be big when it comes to Triple Threat, but I really like both modes, and I think it's a good idea to dip your toe in either one. Maybe practice a lot of Triple Threat offline and then make your way into online. 3-on-3 basketball is much different than 5-on-5, so you may like a different set of 3 players than maybe your 13-player unlimited lineup. I personally run completely different players in my unlimited lineup so that I can have more of an idea of what to use in each mode. So that's Triple Threat online and offline in a nutshell. Let me know what you guys think, and of course, I want to hear your best 3. Hit me up in that Ask a Dev section. You can tweet the MyTEAM handle or my Twitter as well. I would love to know what 3 you guys are running in Triple Threat offline and online. Until next time, see you in the next one.
This is Alexis Morgan, your 2K MC, and I'm ready for some fun because we have your top bloopers.
No! You already do enough here. You have like all of the jobs and responsibility. This is my only thing. I'm the 2K MC, and I'm ready for some fun because I have your top bloopers.
But first, before we get started, we want to congratulate your top play of Spring Champion and the winner of 500,000 BC, Brisby Kev.
Let's tip things off with Clipser in the playground. Teases the opponent with a sequence of dance moves and still gets the block. One of the more disrespectful plays I've ever seen. I don't want to leave the playground, so let's move on with Dream Killer Bez. After a failed alley-oop lob, teammate flies in for the successful poster dunk. You know what they say, teamwork makes the dream work. They also say maybe, pass it correctly next time. Up next, we have Leo Herring 07 in the cages. Despite the vicious rejection from the opponent, the ball still lands in the basket. The power of the green release. Last but certainly not least, we have Lil Romo 2K in the playground. Tries to send his teammate a lob, but instead comes away with the win. Did anyone see that coming? Cause I sure didn't. I mean, Manu might have. Now, vote for your favorite blooper. And if you want your highlights to be featured in an episode, then submit them to social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow. This is a 2K MC, and I can't wait for next week, when I'll show you even more top plays.
Can I come next week?
No!
You guys are rocking it in the neighborhood, so we're gonna leave you with a look at all the latest ledges.
Congratulations to all of you, and we'll see you next week.